My blissful gorgeous sirs, no matter which country you are born, whatever is the way of your life, whether you follow Christianity or Islam or Judaism or Buddhism or Zoroastrianism or Taoism or Hinduism, whether you are a communist or socialist or terrorist or monster, one thing certainly you are, and that is Puranjan. You are Puranjan. Asit Puranjano Namo Rajan Raja Rajan Uriyachava Tasyaya Vikhyatanamasit Tasyaya Vikhyatanamasit Sakha Vigyata Chetasa. Why you are Puranjan, my dear friend? Because your soul lives in Navadware Puridehi. Okay? Because your life is being operated by Maya obsessed, ignorance overshadowed, brainwashed intellect. Whether headstrong or love strong, you move under the spell of surrounding obsessed vibrations. Okay? According to the degree, the peace of Puranjanas, according to the degree of the peace of Puranjani, your lady, your girlfriend is messed up, your senses are also disturbed and bothered. Consequently, the soul is compelled to get a dash on your head, on his head, or slug on his chest, or slap on his cheek, and kick on his butt. Okay? Physical body is like Rolls-Royce car. Perceptions of senses are the gears. Days and weeks and years are its speed. Righteous actions and evil actions are its front and back wheels. Spiritual modes, workaholic and boring, sleeping, states of mind are flags. And prana and apana and vyana and udana and samana and these vital layers are wires of the engine. And the mind is a steering wheel. Okay, mind is the steering wheel. Intellect is the chauffeur, and heart is the soul's seat. And pair of opposites are poles. Objects of five senses are weapons, storage, trunk. Child, blood, and flesh, and fat, and bones, and marrows, and semen are seven sheaths to protect. Five senses of actions are outward motions, and soul runs after mirage and sense gratifications. The army of 10 senses and mind follows him everywhere. Soul fallen in love with intellect means the girlfriend means because he became completely identified with her and her girlfriend were modifications of brainwashed, watered down intellectualism. When she is angry, means your intellect is angry, your decision making instrument is angry, he feels battle is the only great thing in the world to do. Fighting world war is the only religion, whether you are Christian or Muslim. You think to shoot down whosoever is in the front is the only the way of religion or righteousness or just act. That is the only great thing to do. Then he wonders whom to attack. Ukraine or Russia, America or Russia, China or Iraq or Iran or Pakistan, Japan or Iraq. He has no principle otherwise. He would choose to fight for protection of Tibet or Kashmir. His invasion and war is a vain catharsis of immature ejaculation like tension release, my dear friends. That is it. The intellect decides to be rich and famous, and he feels like life is useless without having at least $10 million. If intellect says buy a home or have a baby, then one feels just set and rest up on people's head and get it out or commit suicide or taken brokerage in the job. Intellect puts idea of revolution, okay? It is your intellect which puts idea in your brain of revolution. And you are obsessed to revolt against all and everyone, whatever happens to appear before you. You feel yourself wisest person. Soul becomes a toy in the hands of intellect. As much you go old, bald and senile talker, not knowing where to stop. Belongingness is diversified and outstretched so much, wife becomes indifferent, cold and loveless. Alcoholic or Alzheimer steps in, my dear friends, in your life. Yet soul at the time of death does not think now what will happen to me after death. Rather he thinks what would happen to her, that my wife, my girlfriend, my fiancé, what will happen to her, what will happen to my kids. And he falls in the ditch of another new body, another new Pura, another new life, and he does the same, repeating again the same again. This is how at 400,000 life forms you are cycling, recycling and recycling, and smashed and dashed and kicked and slapped everywhere, moving on and on and on, again and again. This is how all these people in every country, in every civilization, in every culture and religion, the whole world is going through. This is how the world is going on. This is how a cosmic conscious and enlightened person looks at the world, looks at the people and their circumstances, situations. Who hopelessly being cooked up, but nobody feels it seriously, my dear friend. And when he feels as if nowhere out, nowhere to go, nothing to do outside what we are doing and what we have been doing all along. So this is the condition of the world, like some of the Western philosophers. Oh, my dear friends, to Muslims and Christians, they have no guts to introspect. They don't have a guts, a courage, an idea, a jamir, an intuition. They don't have sensitivity to look within and witness his mind's moorings and activities. They live and die in worst physiological hell, my dear friends. That is the reality. That is the glaring reality, whose sight is distorted by attachment. Strive not for vanity of vision, but tightening the involvements through expertise of so-called heroism, cajole, and conciliation and caress, trying to escape boredom, collecting means of many entertainments and comforts, the television and computer and car and helicopter. And your youth means, Puranjan's youth means your own youth passed away as if 10 seconds in United States of America. Many restless and troublemaker and hellish ambitions kids fall on your lap. Taking care and worrying about them, the soul remains lousy, careless of all that was conducive to his real welfare. That's enlightenment, that is satori, that God realization. Trying hard, daydreaming fast to entwine and adjust his destiny with there. The period of senility came upon him exactly as the Alzheimer came upon Mr. U.S. Puranjan, the Ronald Reagan, the late U.S. President, and a man who rose from a sports announcer to a governor and the presidency in the most ambitious country of the world, bulldozing all other nations. Suddenly started forgetting everything, even his own self, as well as Billy Graham, all life hammering on God's therapeutic grace, died with his terrible Parkinson disease. The only cause is the time python. 360 white days and 360 dark nights, forming retinue, stole away the life by rotation. Old age symptoms, wrinkles, white hairs, poor memory is Kalakanya. You are seeing the face of Mr. Biden, who is now President of America. How weak he is, he forgets. He falls down, slips, trips, poor memory. The Kalakanya, the death's daughter, is always standing nearby. Fear. The king accepted her for his sister. Worry and disease with fist of cold and inflammatory fever are stinking, cruel mafia chief. Soon they attacked the city and set fire all over. Kalakanya's imperceptible embrace turned all of them powerless, inauspicious, as the body becomes in old age and despised. In old age you become despised. Puranjan lost his discrimination. That is how everybody loses his discrimination in old age. Seeing his wife old and indifferent, all kids, all ministers and all servants become disrespectful and rebellious. Yet the same thing happens when they become old. Whether you are Raj Kapoor or Devanand or Kishore Kumar or Buddy Holly, whosoever you are, how much glamorous and beautiful and handsome you look on the TV screen or a movie theater, all your beauty is lost. And you look as hell as it is possible. So people become disrespectful. You plunge in a remedy-less anxiety, my dear friends. Vital energy closed the door for attacks, but favors broke all attempts of security. Mr. Puranjan dies crying his wife's name helplessly, hopelessly. As soon as the soul lifted up with causal and subtle bodies, the animals which he had mercilessly slaughtered to eat as goats and cows and fish and tuna fish and all that, as you are doing now, surrounded him and began piercing and tearing you with their horns and teeth and claws, taking you from outside. Means you suffer that untold agony for numberless years. Yes, as the pressure of his misdeeds reduces, he takes birth, he is dumped into a new life. You start being nurtured in the womb of some other lady, whether she is animal body or human body or whatever standard, whatever class of society, you begin to grow as the oncoming kid of that family. As you take birth as daughter of the king of Vidarbha, means this Puranjan, by the pressure of his misdeeds of former life, reduces and take birth as daughter of the king of Vidarbha, because he died worrying about his wife. She became a young princess. King Malayadhwaj from Pandya state married with her, and many sons and daughters were born. In old age the king left for forest with Puranjan, now his wife. You may call Bush Obama or you yourself. This is your story. You are going to become according to your intensified opinion after your death. Yes, you may call yourself Modi or Amit Shah or any of these terroristic party leaders like Mamta Banerjee or what is the name of that guy? So many sons and daughters are born again and die again. Anvadhavat Pandesham Jyotsneva Rajat